But yeah, I was until 34. And for the record, I was like 52 in 1994. Would have been 52, something like that, when I bought my first company. So I guess it's never too late. I sold the first one in 1999. So
So walk me through that, right? So you're in your 50s and you're making a huge shift and you end up finding a company to buy. Like, how did you find the company? How did you
no, I didn't.
finance it? Yeah.
No, really. It's not. I really can't say I'm an entrepreneur or anything like that. I had been working in the aerospace industry for a number of years. Um, I'd had a lot of different positions. At that particular time, I was president of a group called the Aerospace Fastening Systems Group, a company called Microdot out of Chicago. And the parent company, Microdot, went into bankruptcy while I was still president of the Aerospace Fastening Group, which had 3 divisions, 2 here in California and 1 in Colenbrook, England. And I'd started out in as a copy boy and a draftsman and a technical sales engineer and that sort of thing. And then went into marketing and then went into plant management and so on. So I'd had a lot of experience before I became president of this particular company. I always decided, let me just tell you this, I always decided that I was only going to hold a position for no more than 3 years. If I wasn't promoted after 3 years, then I started looking for a job. I never had to look for a job. I worked for one company probably 13, well, I worked for 2 companies, at least 13 years each, and every other one probably 4.5, 5 years, that sort of thing. So each time I got promoted somewhere, I always made sure the company knew that I wanted to be promoted or I was interested in more. When I was younger, I used to apply for every job that was posted.
Like within the company.
Yeah, if it posted a job, I didn't care whether if they posted a secretary's position, I went and applied. And you come in and they go, you don't want this. And I say, no, I don't want that, but I want you to know that I want more. So I'm coming. So I would apply for every job, but I didn't do that later on. But, that was one of the things I did. I used to have myself paged.
So you haven't paged over so people would hear your name?
Who's this Jordan Long? Who's this? that was kind of a joke too. Anyway, probably couldn't get away with that today, but that's what I did. So at any rate, what happened was the parent company went into bankruptcy. They owed a lot of money to GE Capital at the time. It was a big lender. And so when they went into Chapter 11 and partway through that process, GE recognized that the companies I were running were the
glue. They're the ones working.
They were the ones that were making money and doing quite well. We were doing about $50 million a year out of the 3 divisions. And as a matter of fact, when they went into Chapter 11, I approached the owner of the company at that time if there's any possibility of buying the divisions I was interested in. And he poo-pooed it and said, no chance. When GE got involved in the process, because they were the major shareholder, credit holder, they actually approached me late in the process after we'd already put the company on the market and I was doing presentations to sell it to various people, a lot of my competitors, unfortunately, that were coming in looking at the divisions. They approached me and said, would you be interested in a management buyout? And I said, whoa, you're kidding me. I said, I tried 9 months ago and it didn't work out. So long story short, myself and my staff put together a management buyout with the help of GE because they were the major shareholder. They bid their debt basically by the company. I had to, sell my youngest child and everything to get enough money to buy a little bit of the company. I didn't own a lot of it, but we bought it we bought a company that I knew well because I'd been running it for probably, as president of the company, I've probably been running it for 3 years. Prior to that, I was the general manager of the largest division. And prior to that, I was the vice president of marketing, sales and marketing for the 3 divisions. So I knew the company inside out. I'd been there 10 years by then. And maybe not 10 years, maybe 8, something like that. Anyway, I'd been there for a while. So I knew the company inside out. There was no risk. I mean, I knew the company. And GE Capital was backing us. So anyway, we then went on a buying spree we ended up buying 6 more companies, which we added to it. When we sold the company in 90, what I should say, when GE Capital sold the company in 1999, which is just 5 years later, um, we were doing 220 million a year instead of the 50 million we started with. And we had,
Wow.
at that point, we had 7 divisions because I closed one, the English plant I closed. We also had taken the company public, um, which was an interesting process. I don't think I'd want to do that again, but we did an IPO, and we were on the NASDAQ. Company called, it was KTI. Um, anyway, so 5 years later, the company was sold. We bought it for 22 million. We sold the company 5 years later for, I think it was 367 million, I think.
So that's a pretty good ROI, right? In 5 years.
You can't even believe it. It was crazy. Just absolutely